Good evening, everybody. For those of us that are in the North America, Central, South America region, it's a beautiful Monday night. And for those of our team members in Asia, it's already Tuesday morning. Well, here in the Northern Hemisphere, today is June the 1st. We're not even yet to the official beginning of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm coming to you tonight from Salt Lake City, Utah. It's 7 p.m. right now on Monday evening, June the 1st, and the temperature outside right now is approximately 96 degrees Fahrenheit or nearly 36 degrees centigrade. So we've got a beautiful summer evening right here in Salt Lake City. Now, for those of you that have never been to this part of the country, it is a beautiful area with incredible mountains. I'm from Florida, and as I was growing up in Florida, my friends in California always used to tease me that their tallest trees in California were taller than our tallest mountains in Florida. Well, now that I'm in Salt Lake City, I'm surrounded by these incredibly beautiful mountains that are literally just at your fingertips right here in Salt Lake City. So I'm grateful to be coming to all of you from a very beautiful location, and I know that all of you are in wonderful places as well. Tonight is our next episode of Wealth Wisdom. I know that we've got some incredibly awesome information that we're going to be hearing from our in-house expert, Mr. Gary Fichardt. I'm going to give him a formal introduction in a moment, but let me make a suggestion to all of you. When I come on a call like this with ByDzyne, I almost don't feel like I'm coming on a call to a network marketing company. I kind of have the feeling that I'm coming on a call to the United Nations of network marketing, given the fact that in the one short year that the company has been in existence, we're already doing business in 77 countries around the world. What an incredible accomplishment, and the preparation that has taken place in this last 1 year to get us ready for one incredible launch all around the world of ByDzyne. Some of you might have seen just a couple of mornings ago that beautiful rocket launch from my home state of Florida. Well, when I saw that rocket lifting off and all of those billows and plumes of smoke and fire lifting that rocket off of the earth and hurtling it into outer space, that's exactly what I felt like. That is the explosive kind of launch that we're giving to ByDzyne right now. Well, one of the key areas, and hence the reason that we call this episode Wealth Wisdom, is to have some very focused information on the Forex trading markets. What an incredible opportunity is for us at ByDzyne to have been able to partner with MTI, one of the leading financial services firms anywhere in the world in the area of trading. And our Smart Market Academy is designed especially for each and every one of you. Well, beyond that, I'd like to give you this thought. All of us might in fact be professional network marketers, but really, I'd like to suggest that we're really businessmen and businesswomen, and we have simply chosen network marketing as the vehicle to create wealth. Well, one of the prime principles in creating a wealth portfolio is to have impressive diversification. That's one of the reasons why I'm so impressed with the offering in the Forex area that is available because of the exclusive partnership between ByDzyne and MTI. The Bank for International Settlements, which is basically a bank that is it's a global bank for national central banks, recently released a very impressive report indicating that the daily trading volume in the Forex markets is nearly $7 trillion every single day. All you have to do is think about the worldwide reach and scope of trade and commerce and industry to give you an idea why the Forex trading markets are some of the very largest and most liquid markets anywhere in the world of financial services that exists in the world. That is the positioning that we are at ByDzyne, to give you an opportunity to have one more weapon, one more arrow in your quiver of developing wealth, is learning some very impressive techniques through the educational offering that is available through ByDzyne and our SMA. Well, tonight we have the extraordinary privilege once again to be going to an individual that, even though I've never had the privilege of meeting Gary in person yet, I realize that we're talking about one of the who's who in the world of financial services, specifically as it relates to Forex trading. Gary is the director of trading for MTI. And just check out his name, FXBigDog. If that doesn't give you an appropriate understanding of who Gary is and the scope of his influence, well, he started in the Forex market area ever since 1995. That is what you call a very long time to have become a true expert in his field. He has studied and worked closely, even side by side, with some of the very top name bank traders that are in the area of Forex trading. You can see from the information on the screen in front of you, Gary has managed millions of dollars for corporate and private investors, and also has had dramatic international experience, even managing 64 professional traders on a trading floor in South Africa. But I dare say that one of his greatest passions is the fact that he has trained and personally mentored thousands of students all over the globe in the ins and outs, the secrets of Forex trading. And even today, Gary is still managing money for several financial institutions and other high net worth individuals. So it's a great privilege of mine. I said it a few minutes ago, I'm going to say it again, to welcome to the call one of the who's who in the world of financial markets with a specific expertise in the Forex trading markets. Gary Fichardt, I now turn the mic over to you.
Fantastic, Dave. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for the introduction. And listen, I've got a saying: if you cannot enjoy what you're doing, find another job. And you know what? I've been doing this for 25 plus years, and I just absolutely love it. You'll hear and see the passion that I have for the market, because every day is a new day. Every day is a new day. And obviously with the pandemic, things have really changed in the world. A lot of people are at their computers doing what I do every single day, sitting at the computer watching the markets and teaching people how to be able to trade the markets. And I'm actually regretting the weekends, because my wife is actually giving me a nickname called Mr. Handyman. So I'm FXBigDog in the week, but in the weekend I'm Mr. Handyman. And I don't like that. I've actually got a new passion, and that is playing golf. In fact, I've been playing golf for probably about 25 years. But just recently, I decided, just to get away from the house, I had to go ahead and sign up at a golf club to go ahead and play golf every weekend. So now my nickname is not Mr. Handyman anymore, thanks to golf. I don't know if my wife's going to say yes to that. But anyway, it's been a great and a crazy couple of months in the trading market, because there's a lot of things happening, obviously with the pandemic happening around the world. It's created a sort of a shift in momentum when it comes to trading, because you got commodity currency pairs that certainly have been moving, and we're going to be focusing today really on the correlation of different currency pairs and what to focus on. And the one thing that we're going to talk about today is actually more focused on the commodity pairs. Now, before I get into that, I want to go ahead and say a couple of things, announce a couple of things that I need to go ahead and let everyone know. There is we've had just recently a great update on certain things that as a ByDzyne student, you actually get access to this information, you get access to these tools. And the one tool that we had is the Harmonic Patterns, where we can get harmonic patterns scanned on the chart. So let me go ahead and share my screen so I can go ahead and show you everyone exactly what I'm referring to. So everyone's got the know-how and see how how things have developed. So going to the charts right here, we have a tool called Harmonic Patterns, which in our case we call them Smart Patterns, which is basically harmonic patterns being scanned on your chart, and you will see them populate as they are on my chart right here. Now, what these patterns do is these patterns help you determine turning points in the market, which we can go ahead and trade. Now, we automated this process. We have it fully automated, which means that you get full automation on this, but we've made an update to the automation. All right, and the update to the automation is we can now go ahead, we call it SmartScripts, and we can now go ahead and use risk percentage, which is a very big thing when coming and when trading, is to be able to manage your risk correctly. And so we have now in the Harmonic Patterns version 1.02, we now have the option now, and we're going to go ahead and show you, to manage the risk in percentages. Here it is, here it says lot type. We can now go ahead and manage the risk in percentages. So for those that are using this tool, and we're excited about the announcement of bringing in risk management into the actual patterns itself, it is now available and ready for traders to go ahead and use. So this is a great feature and a great benefit to those traders that want to manage their risk better when trading these patterns. So this is one of the things that we're excited about. Also, what we're excited about is the new trading room. I manage a trading room 3 days a week, 6 hours a week, which means 2 hours each day on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And during those hours, I talk about the markets and I discuss the markets in great depth. And the trading room is now at a very reduced price. Now, just so that you know, you as a ByDzyne student get access to my trading room as part of the whole deal. So as a student from ByDzyne, you get access to my trading room, but it's made available to a lot more students now. And so it's an easy process. I'm going to go through it right now, how to be able to get access to it. So if you're a ByDzyne student, I'm going to show you exactly how to get access. And if you haven't got access to it and you want to get access to it, I'm going to show you how you can get that done as well. Now, it's a very simple step, a very simple process. If you opened up SmartTrader.com, which is the charting software that I have right here in front of me right here, and you have already signed in, all you have to do is look to the right top, and you'll see an icon there. Let me go ahead and see if I can just highlight it here. There we go. So here on the right-hand side right here, on the right top-hand side right here, there's an icon. And that icon, if you click onto that, if you just scroll your mouse over it, you'll see it says Trading Room. And if you click onto that, it's going to open up another window. And that window brings you to your actual trading room. And you'll see that there's multiple trading rooms that are available. Mine, of course, being the hybrid trading room right here. You get access to it. You get access to the videos. They are archived as soon as we're done. But it's very easy for you to go ahead and get access to this by simply clicking on that button right here. You get access to that room. Now, you don't only get access to, of course, the my trading room, but you also get access to there's two trading rooms. There's the hybrid trading room, which is my trading room, but you also get access to our Ignite trading room, which is actually a trading room that helps you navigate through the different software and the different tools that we have available here at Market Traders. So if you're ever struggling with the tools and you're not exactly sure how to work the tools and how to work the software, you can certainly go into the other trading room, and that is the Ignite trading room, and you'll be able to access the information regarding those videos, those archives, and of course live sessions as well. So some great functions and features that we've made available to our students, which I'm really excited about as well. Now, Another thing that I absolutely want to go ahead and discuss today is, of course, trading opportunities. All right, and so let's go ahead and talk about what's happening this week. What do we need to focus on, and not maybe just this week, but what is happening that we need to pay attention to that is going to create a great and huge opportunity for everyone. All right, and we said this is going to be about. Commodity currencies. And the one commodity currency pair that I want to focus a lot on today is going to be on the Aussie. The Aussie has been, if you haven't followed the currencies over the last few months, I'm going to go ahead and update you. We've had a very big rally, and rally means that an upside move in the Aussie itself. So the Aussie currency pair has strengthened over the last few months tremendously. And so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to talk about exactly what we can anticipate with this and how we can react to it, how we can take advantage of this move. All right. So before we get started, I know I discussed this before. I'm going to go ahead and discuss it again. The power of divergence. All right. The power of divergence is absolutely essential when looking for turning points in the market. And divergence can help you identify when to anticipate the market's going to change direction. And so I'm going to go into the Aussie crosses, but I'm also going to go ahead and point out a couple of things why we're interested in this currency pair. All right. So I want to start off with the, I'm going to go into the euro. No, I actually want to do the pound Aussie first. So I'm going to go to the pound Aussie. And I'm going to pull it up right here. Let's see, a pound Aussie. There it is. It's right in the top. I'm going to open up a daily time frame. Now, you can see that the pound has fallen over time. All right, it's fallen since around about the mid part of March or the beginning of March. We've just seen the pound Aussie dollar starting to dip down south, and it's moved quite a bit. In fact, if I go ahead and draw the numbers up here, we've moved from the top all the way down here. We've moved 2,500 pips. Now, what does that equate to in dollar value? If you're trading a standard lot, that works out to, you can just add $10 to that. So 2,500 pips equates to $25,000. So this is a $25,000 move. All right. Now, if we take a look at this 2,500 pip move to the downside right here, what's happening is Aussie has got really strong over the last couple of months. That's actually driven the pair pound Aussie bearish for this period. Now, this is the things that we need to pay attention to, right? I mean, when you read a chart, it's like a doctor that's looking at an X-ray. This is pretty much what we're doing. We're reading the X-ray, we're reading the chart, and the chart's telling us something, right? And what it's telling us is what price wants to do at certain levels. So when we look at the pound Aussie right here, we're looking at pound Aussie, and we've seen this big fall to the downside right here. So there's going to be time where it's going to start wanting to work its way back up again. Now, what we do is we use divergence to identify when that's going to be. So let me go ahead and clear up the chart right here, and I'm going to pull in this trend line right here. If you notice that price has moved lower, right, has moved lower, or he's created lower lows. There it is there. It's created a lower low there, a lower low there, and now it's creating a lower low there. So we've seen lower lows being created, which means price is moving lower. All right. Now, with price moving lower, we're looking for the momentum to disagree with price. So which means that if price is moving lower, we want momentum to show that it's moving higher. And if price is moving higher, we want the momentum to show that it's moving lower. And so when we have price and momentum disagreeing from each other, this creates opportunity. All right. And so if you take a look over here on the oscillator, we'll notice that the momentum is moving higher. So now we see that price and momentum are disagreeing. All right. One's moving the opposite direction to the other. When this happens, we can anticipate a change in trend and certainly a turning point in the market. Pound Aussie is happening right now. We're getting pound Aussie hitting bottoms, looking for a rally. Now, what could move the market? Well, what can move the market is news. So check this out. Tonight, and for those that are in Australia already, you know this, you have this already on your calendar, right? We've got the cash rate coming up there tomorrow morning, Eastern Standard Time at 1:30 a.m. So 1:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, we have the cash rate coming up. They expect to keep the rates unchanged. Now, that's a no-brainer right there. We know that the central banks aren't going to change rates. But what we can say is that the cash rate may not be the one that's going to change or move the market. What's going to move the market is actually the rate statement, because it depends on what is said in the statement is what ultimately is going to move the market. Now, we don't just have that data coming out. We also have GDP coming out later that evening, Eastern Standard Time at 9:30. So in the evening, Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, we have GDP quarterly data. That's big, all right? Now, I'm going to say this. We're probably going to expect weaker numbers to come out. But what's happened in the past, the weaker number that they expected to come out, the actual number came out better, even though it was bad, it's still bad, it came out better than expected. So the market didn't react as it should, which means see a bearish sell-off on Aussie. But what we've seen now, we've seen the Aussie dollar continue its rally. Now, Aussie dollar, when you think of Aussie dollar, it's very much correlated with gold. If you take a look at gold, gold has rallied for some time. Let's take a look at the charts, and let's go ahead and see what the charts are saying on gold. So I'm going to go ahead and just find the chart right here, gold, which is the, there it is, the gold index. So we've got gold sitting up right here. And, oops, hold on, I want to get another chart up here. My bad. And there it is, my bad, gold versus dollar. That's the one I'm looking for right here. All right, so we got gold trading at around about 1,700. And if you look at the daily time frame on this, we can see that we've had quite a bit of rally on this and no correction. Now, remember what I spoke to you about when we were looking for divergence, right? Check this out. Notice that price right here, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see more what's going on here. Notice that we've had price moving higher right here, moving higher. But notice that we're having the oscillator, which is the momentum, moving bearish, right? So when we have this, what are you expecting? You're expecting price to follow the momentum. Price is normally lagging behind momentum. So what's happening is we're expecting gold to start falling, which is the same thing that we're expecting with the Aussie. We're expecting Aussie, which is a commodity currency, expecting that to fall and gold to do the same thing. So as gold and the Aussie has rallied over the last couple of months, we're now going to see a turnaround point where it's now going to move to the downside. And could it be the news that comes out tomorrow? Absolutely, possibly, maybe, all right? No one really knows for sure, but there's definitely a high probability. Now, this is the deal. When you're looking at this right here, we want to trade based on confirmation. So how do we trade based on confirmation? Well, as a student at ByDzyne, you get access to these tools called, we got right here, we got two of them. We got the Zone Trader right here, and then we've got the FX Finder. Both of them are systems that you can use to be able to trade these type of signals. So when you get these signals right here saying that gold selling off, you want to go to this actual system right here, and you want to look for the signals. Now, let me go ahead and show you the pound Aussie, the one that we were talking about just earlier on. All right, check out pound Aussie right here. Now, if pound Aussie is expecting a rally, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this indicator right here called the Zone Trader right here, and I'm going to plot it on my chart on the 1 hour time frame. Now, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. When do we look for buying on this? For those that have participated in my previous session, all right, when do we look for buying opportunities on this, right? When do we look for buying opportunities on this? Well, we look for buying opportunities on this, right? When we see, take a look right here, we see green, green. Notice there? we have green, green. When you see that both are green, it's a buying opportunity. When you see red, red, all right, these two lines that you see here, when you see it red, red, it means that we are looking to sell. And this goes across the whole, I'm trying to compress as much as I can right here. There we go. This goes every time you see this. When you see green, green, it's buy. When you see red, red, it's sell. So check out the pound Aussie right now. The pound Aussie is showing us right now that we have a green, green signal. That means traders should be looking to buy in on this point, buy in right here, place your stop loss down here, protect that position, because we all know that, you know, some trades don't work out the way we want it to, and we have to always have good equity management in all our trades, right? I mean, we don't go flying a plane without having some sort of education behind us. We have to know how to be able to protect ourselves if things go wrong, if the engines suddenly stop, you know, going, and God forbid that happens to anyone. But if it does happen, you've got to know how to be able to protect yourself and take the plane and land it safely. And the same thing goes with trading, right? We want to go into trading with always knowing that we have some sort of protection to protect our capital, all right? So going in on this trade right here shows us that we have a 75 pip stop on this, maybe a little bit more with a stop below the low, but we're looking for price to rally up. So the signals are already here on the 1 hour time frame on the pound Aussie dollar. That's already setting up. Let's go take a look at another Aussie cross. And I'm going to go to, let's see, let's go to Euro Aussie dollar right here. Now, Euro Aussie dollar, what we said, we're looking for rally if we're expecting the Aussie to weaken, right? So let me take a look at the larger time frame first. On the larger time frame, I don't, oh, wait a minute. We do actually see a little bit right here. Yeah, check this out, all right? We see momentum pushing up higher. We do see price pushing down lower, right? So what do? We say, okay, the opportunity's here, right? The opportunity's here. This is giving us a opportunity, but now we've got to look for the confirmation, right? Let's make sure we have that tied up. So we have the opportunity. Now we go look for the confirmation. We're going to go back to that 1 hour time frame right here, and we're going to open up the 1 hour. Now, do I see green, green? Because if I'm looking to buy, I want to see green, green on the indicator. No, I don't, right? So it's not time to go ahead and buy yet on the Euro Aussie, all right? It's not time to go ahead and buy. Let's go to another currency pair. Let's go to Aussie Canadian, all right? Two commodity currency pairs, right? Because you got to think Aussie, you think gold, and then Canadian, you think oil, right? So we've got two commodity currency pairs right here. Now, if we're going to expect some weakness out in Aussie, then we want to sell. Let's first go ahead and confirm what's going on here on the daily. All right, take a look at the daily. Now, without me doing anything, okay? You don't have to go ahead and type it up. If you want to go ahead and do that, sure, go ahead and do this. But check this out, all right? And I'm maybe speaking a little bit quicker than Hector can go ahead and translate, and I do apologize, but I'm excited about this, man. I'm so excited because if you look at the Aussie CAD right here, and just by the way, I've already thrown in a few trades on the Aussie CAD. I'm selling right now. So I'm actually trying to get you all to go ahead and join in on this trade so you can help me push price lower. No, I'm just kidding. But this is the deal. When you look at Aussie CAD right now, Aussie CAD is very interesting because if I, firstly, number one, if I compress the charts, all right, and let me take these patterns off for right now, but if I compress the charts, I'm going to look to the left-hand side, and I'm looking to the left, and as I look to the left, I'm noticing that we have lows here, very significant lows, that price is currently now testing. It may have traded slightly above it right now, but it's still in the testing phases. We don't have a clean break to the upside, all right? We don't have a clean break to the upside, nor do we have price trading below this level. So if we do get price trading back below again, it means that we're heading south again. We're heading for a deeper move to the downside. And so what I'm doing here is I'm going to go in a little bit deeper into this, and I'm going to go ahead and look at this, and I'm saying, hold a second here. check this out. We have, once again, we have price moving up higher, but then we have the oscillator moving down lower. So we have price and we have momentum, once again, disagreeing. Guys, ladies, you got to see these things and just get excited about them, because it means that if you are in any buys on the Aussie CAD, start protecting your position. Something's brewing, something's going down. We've gone ahead and flipped over to the calendar. We noticed that, okay, the Reserve Bank of Australia is coming up with a rate statement. Of course, they've got the cash rate coming up, expected to keep the rates unchanged. We know that for a fact that inflation is never a good thing for the economy, all right? When we see inflation moving up, it's never going to be a good thing for anyone. You know, when we look at inflation and we try and address what to do with regards to interest rate, anytime we see inflation prices moving up, we know that there's a possibility of a rate hike. But in this case now, we're in a tough situation, because with the pandemic, a lot of businesses are in trouble. You know, there's government trying to subsidize businesses. There's stimulus being given out to individuals to try and stimulate the economy, to keep us out of a deep recession, to keep the global economy out of deep recession. So there's a lot of things happening right now, and the last thing you want right now is interest rates to go up, all right? And that's obviously why the central banks will keep the rates unchanged at the 0.25%. But whatever comes out in the statement is going to make the markets move, especially if it's not good news. And with things that are happening in the world today, none of the central banks really have good news, all right? And we've looked at the gold price, and we've noticed that we've seen a lot of commodity currencies on the rally over the last few months, but they're starting to top out, because we've seen gold. We know that gold's looking for a correction move, and if gold's correcting, Aussie is going to possibly correct as well. So with all of that put together, this makes sense why we could see a sell-off or at least a correction move in the Aussie currency itself across the board. So this is another opportunity setting up right here. Now, if I go to the chart, remember we look for, this is our opportunity, right? It's telling me, big dog, time to start thinking about selling the Aussie CAD. Now say, okay, I get it. Let's get confirmation. Let's take a system that we don't have to think it through. We know we have a system, all right? So we're going to use it because we don't want to guess. We don't want to guess what to do. We want to be able to look at the chart and know exactly what to do when it's time to do it without hesitation, right? Because that's what makes you a better trader. A trader that makes decisions quickly and can see what they need to do without doing too much homework, because sometimes when you sit in front of the computer and sit in front of the charts for too long, you start seeing, I'm going to say it, start seeing ghosts, and nobody likes ghosts, all right? All right, especially me, all right? You start seeing ghosts. Now, ghost means that you start seeing things that aren't there, okay? I say they are there, but it's not there, okay? It's things that aren't there. And so you want to trade with things that are clear and easy to read and easy to be able to trade. Now, if you look over here, we have red. If you're looking to sell, then this is a sell opportunity. Now, remember something. If you're looking at a 1 hour time frame, these are all short-term opportunities. These are intraday moves, right? You're picking up intraday moves, and you can add on to a position as it goes. But right now, because it's a correction move, this is an intraday move. So you want to be in the market, get out. In the market, get out, intraday moves. And we're setting up with a nice intraday move right now. Now, I'm going to say this. Tonight may be an intraday opportunity for us. But as we go through the week, and as we start seeing weaker Aussie across the board, by next week, it may start becoming a good trendy move to start trading a trend, because now everything is being, put out there. The news has been put out there. The fundamentals are all out there. Everything is out there. Now the market is going to, at least the investors that invest into these different currencies, are now going to put more money in and then push the market in a direction that creates that trend that we want to trade. But for right now, we're going to see bits and pieces of trading opportunities for us, but then give us a couple of days, let the market readjust, and now we're going to see a change in trend, which is going to be fantastic for us to go ahead and trade. So these are the opportunities I want to go ahead and present to you guys. It's really good. If you want to know more about divergence, if you want to know more about how to be able to trade these opportunities with different ways to trade it, with different systems, I urge you and I encourage you to get involved in the trading rooms. The hybrid trading room is part of the deal. Guys, I am here two times. I'm here 6 hours a week. That means 2 hours on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tomorrow is, of course, our first session this week and month, of course, with the new month. Get in. We're talking about a new way of trading. We're actually introducing a new way to find trading opportunities. In fact, we've got 4 ways of finding trading opportunities. Intraday, short-term, scalping, you name it, we do it right there in the trading room. So get involved, get in the trading room. I know there's a bunch of traders that are already there, and I appreciate it. Love you guys being there. Love the comments that are coming up. I'm really happy with the new trading platform that we've got. It really makes things a lot easier for everyone. They can communicate with each other. Everyone's having a good conversation. We're getting involved in the market. And it's something that you absolutely want to get involved in, and very, very quickly. So with that being said, Dave, thank you very much for the opportunity tonight. I trust everyone is learned something today, and I will see them in the trading room tomorrow.
Gary, thank you very, very much. I wish that there were more than words to tell you thank you. I've just witnessed a true expert, and I've got to tell you that watching you do your work a minute ago was sort of like watching Michelangelo paint the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican in Rome. That was such a remarkable display of expertise, but also of your great passion for this profession. And I point out to everybody on the call that not only do we have this extraordinary opportunity to receive personal mentoring from Gary in the area of this Forex trading, but this is also a prime example of what happens when you have a deep passion about the work that you're doing. So thank you so much for taking your time to be with us on this Monday night episode of Wealth Wisdom. Once again, Gary, thank you so much for being with us tonight in this incredible training regarding the Forex trading markets and the new and upgraded features that all of our ByDzyne team members are able to take advantage of.